Are you thinking about moving to Southern Oregon, but torn between the peaceful lifestyle of Roseburg or the adventurous spirits of Grants Pass? Hey everybody, I'm Jerry Norman with Oregon Life Homes. Having lived here for the last few years, I absolutely love it. I understand that it's tough to choose between these two great towns. So we are going to break down everything you need to know. Housing costs, what it's like to live here, outdoor recreation, cost of living between Roseburg and Grants Pass. Roseburg, which is centered around the Umpqua National Forest with a ton of peaceful outdoor activities. And then you got the adventure spirits of Grants Pass, where you're surrounded by the Rogue River, which has world-class rafting. So in this video, we are going to compare all these two cities, and we're going to break it all down so you know which town will feel right for you. And stick around to the end, because I too relocated here from across the country, and I know what it's like, and I will tell you why I chose the town that I did. So with that, let's get on to it. First off, we've got Roseburg, which is centralized right in between Grants Pass and Eugene. Perfect location right on the I-5 corridor, whereas you got Grants Pass, and if you are coming from California, you may have family in California, so Grants Pass and Medford might be a little bit better of an option for you because you are a little south. Grants Pass sits about an hour and a half from Roseburg. So Grants Pass, if you are going north, you're about an hour and a half on I-5 to Roseburg, and then another hour to Eugene, and then Portland is another couple hours past that. Whereas in Grants Pass, you're just a couple hours from the California border, which makes driving into California a lot easier than from Roseburg. Both locations are great, just depends on where you want to end up. Another note is that between Grants Pass and Roseburg, there are some high elevations, so in the winter times those do get a little icy and slick, and sometimes they shut down for a little bit, but nothing too major. So if you are in Grants Pass, everything is pretty much centralized for you, and you wouldn't need to go north unless you have business or something to take care of in Roseburg, which is pretty unlikely. And Roseburg is in a great location as well. You're pretty much centralized. You've got everything you need. So like I said, you're about an hour to Eugene and about an hour to Grants Pass. Not too bad between the two. Most business, if you are in Roseburg, you're going to need to go to Eugene. Typically, most people that are going to the bigger city are going north to Eugene and not Grants Pass. Roseburg is right in the middle of the Umpqua Valley, and so we've got a lot of vineyards, and then we are close proximity to the Umpqua National Forest, also a couple hours drive to Crater Lake, and about an hour drive to the coast. With Umpqua National Park, you've got access to all kinds of hiking, fishing, and camping. And then Grants Pass, which is known for the gateway to the Rogue River. So if you are into any kind of boating, world-class rafting, and kayaking, the Rogue River is where you want to be. Also, you're just a short drive to the Oregon Caves National Monument, about an hour drive to Ashland, home of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. So both towns, as you can tell, offer a ton of outdoor activities. It's just where you want to end up. So as far as cost of living goes, as far as groceries, utilities, and gas, both cities are pretty comparable. However, Grants Pass has a lot more options when it comes to restaurants, grocery stores, and retail shops. As far as the real estate market goes, the median sales price here in Roseburg hovers right below $350,000, and then Grants Pass is right around the 380 mark to 400 range. Just kind of shuffles around a little bit, but that's about where it's at. Not too much difference as far as median sales price. Obviously, you can get a lot of homes below those prices or above those prices. Those are generally good benchmarks for a good move-in ready home. Now, as far as the job market goes for both of these towns, Roseburg key industries are healthcare, forestry and lumber mills, and education. And then you've got Grants Pass. Its key industries are going to be healthcare, a little bit of tourism, and retail. There are going to be more job opportunities in Grants Pass with a slightly higher than average median income for Grants Pass, and there's going to be a little bit more jobs there as well. Another thing to mention as far as employment opportunities go, it is just a short drive if you're in Grants Pass to go to Medford. So there's going to be a little bit more professional jobs there, tech industries and that kind of stuff. And then also there's more hospitals and specialized healthcare. And Medford's just about a 30-minute drive from Grants Pass, so not too bad. Whereas Roseburg, most of its employment opportunities are going to be centralized right around Roseburg, and it's going to be a longer drive to another bigger town. As far as outdoor recreation goes and what to do, Grants Pass offers a lot more opportunity because it being a larger population, there is going to be more outdoor activities to do, or more activities in general to do, and more community events. However, both offer a great opportunity for any kind of outdoor recreation. Grants Pass is going to have a little bit more, but that just all depends on what your hobbies are. Both offer fishing, both offer camping, a lot of river activities. But where I mentioned before, Grants Pass has the Rogue River, which offers world-class rafting, and Hell's Gate jet boat rides, which is an experience that you have got to do, whether you're in Roseburg or Grants Pass. That is so fun. And then speaking about the cultural and the general buildup of each town, Roseburg has a population of about 23,000 people, so you're going to be a little bit more close-knit, and it is not common to run into people that you know wherever you're at. And then you got Grants Pass, where it's got a population of about 39,000 people. So, like I mentioned before, it is a larger population. There's going to be a lot more events. One of the cool events is the Boat Lake Festival, and it's a big boating festival on the Rogue River where they have boat races and carnival and all kinds of stuff. It is a great time. And then to mention, if you like rafting, there's a ton of different rafting tours that you can take along that Rogue River. Some of the outdoor beauty along that Rogue River is unbelievable. As far as the general buildup of the towns, Roseburg has some young families moving into it due to the healthcare industry, and the benefits that it offers for the healthcare workers is there's some really good benefits for the people that I know that are working in that industry. So you are going to have some younger families, and you're going to have some retirees that have been here for years. And then you've got Grants Pass, where people are moving up from California and they're living in Grants Pass just because it's a little bit closer of a drive to California to see relatives and friends and family. But then there's also the adventure seekers as well that are in Grants Pass. As far as weather goes, Roseburg, sitting in the Umpqua Valley, it has very mild weather. So you are going to experience a lot of the four seasons. The fall and winter times, you are going to have a lot more rain. And then in the summertime, it tends to dry out a little bit. And in the summertime, you are going to have the average temperature of about 85 degrees. But year round, we get about 33 inches of rain. And that being said, as far as snowfall goes, it's usually a dusting and sticks around for less than a day for the most part. Any much more than that is highly uncommon. And then Grants Pass, for its weather, is going to be a little bit warmer. Just where it sits, it gets 196 days of a year compared to Roseburg with 150 days of sun. And Grants Pass average summer temperatures right around 95 degrees, so it is slightly warmer, and they're a little drier as well. They get about 30 inches of rain a year, so slightly less than Roseburg. So as far as weather goes, comparing the two, you get a little bit more warmer and drier weather in Grants Pass compared to a more mild temperatures in Roseburg. So as far as education goes, first off, we'll start off with the adult education. Roseburg offers Umpqua Community College, and Grants Pass offers the Rogue Community College. And then when we dive into the K through 12, like you've seen on some of my other videos, I always use niche.com, niche.com, to rank the schools. So Roseburg school districts rank right about the B- range, and they're smaller classroom sizes in general, and more of a community feel between the teachers and the students. And then you got Grants Pass School District, K through 12, ranked at a B+. That's just due to the higher population in general. So you've got bigger class sizes, better academics, and a pretty good athletic department as well. So in general, both cities offer a really good education system. It just depends on each individual school for the most part. And if you want more information on those schools, you can always leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you right away and answer any questions you might have. You can also give me a call, text, email. All that contact information is in the description below. And with that, let's keep moving on. Now we get into the healthcare and medical. So Roseburg basically has Mercy Medical, which is the largest area hospital around. There is also a really good VA medical center here. That is a really big reason why a lot of people come to retire here in Roseburg, because it's a smaller town. However, there is a really good VA hospital here. And then we move on to Grants Pass, which has Three Rivers Medical Center, and it's a large comprehensive hospital with a lot of specialized healthcare services. There's another hospital in Medford. If you are in Roseburg, a lot of people travel to Eugene for specialty healthcare services. So as far as healthcare goes between the both towns, Grants Pass has a slighter edge. You have Three Rivers, which is a better ranked hospital, and you have more medical services in Medford, which is close by, compared to Roseburg with just Mercy Medical. And then if you need more specialty services, a lot of times you're going to need to go to Eugene. Now we get into transportation. First off, public transportation. It's good to know that if you are coming from a larger city, the public transportation is minimal. Roseburg offers the Umpqua transit system, and Grants Pass offers the Josephine County transit system. Both are mediocre at best as far as the bigger cities, and most people travel by car. Wherever you're at in Roseburg, it's going to be about a 15-minute drive. I live just south of Roseburg, and it takes me about 15 minutes to get to downtown Roseburg. And then if I'm going to a town north of Roseburg, it's another 10 or 15 minutes. So not too bad. And the traffic between both cities is very mild. Both cities are on I-5. So that makes travel so much easier just to zip around, and the traffic is very mild compared to a larger city. And then in Grants Pass, like I mentioned a little bit before, it is a short drive to Medford. That's going to give you some more job opportunities, especially for the professionals. And then Grants Pass, the close proximity to I-5 makes traveling to Medford and Ashland much more convenient. And so being that close to those towns offers a lot more job opportunities. And then as far as air travel goes, in Grants Pass, you are a short distance to the Medford Airport. In Roseburg, you have a choice between Eugene or Medford. So you're going to have about an hour drive commute to either one of the airports. And then in Grants Pass, you've got the opportunity to fly out of Medford, which makes air travel much more easier. So in general, as far as transportation goes, Grants Pass is going to have a slight edge over Roseburg, and that's just due to its close proximity to its larger towns and having an airport very close nearby. Safety and crime. So the crime rate in Roseburg is a little below the national average, and most of the crimes in Roseburg is going to be property crimes, and that is theft and vandalism. And then Grants Pass is going to be just slightly below the national average, a little higher than Roseburg, and that's just going to be due to its larger population. So those worried about the safety aspect of where you want to live, Roseburg has a slight edge over Grants Pass when it comes to that. There are going to be a lot of comments, and you can read the other comments in my other videos talking about the homeless population and these towns suck and whatever. But personally, I love both towns. There is a homeless population in both cities. I don't have any stats on it, but it does appear that Grants Pass has a slightly more homeless population than Roseburg. And if you are from any one of these towns, you can leave me a comment and let me know what you think about the homeless population. I'll answer all those comments. Let's break down which cities are better for each life stages. Roseburg and Grants Pass both have something unique to offer depending on if you are a growing family or a retiree. Roseburg is often seen as family-friendly with quieter streets, a strong sense of community, and its abundance of parks. And the schools are well regarded, and the lower cost of living, which makes it an affordable place to raise a family. Local sport leagues, events, and family-focused activities make it an ideal spot for a young growing family looking for a safe, friendly environment. On the flip side, Grants Pass has become a popular spot for retirees with its warmer weather and better access to healthcare and those with an active outdoor lifestyle. The community of retirees and downsizers in Grants Pass is growing, and there's a strong sense of camaraderie among the older residents who move here to enjoy the mild weather, outdoor recreation like rafting, fishing, and hiking. If you enjoy busy weekends, it's good to know what kind of events each city has to offer. In Roseburg, one of the biggest events is going to be the graffiti weekend, which brings car enthusiasts from all over the area. And basically, it's a car show over the whole weekend that encompasses the whole town. There's different car cruises throughout that weekend. There's actually a parade that runs right through downtown. And then also the Summer Arts Festival in Roseburg. And then the downtown area often has parades throughout the year and different street fairs as well throughout the downtown area. Grants Pass, on the other hand, has a reputation for being more of a thrill-seeker destination. The annual Boatnik Festival on the Rogue River has a huge draw that features boat races, parades, and fireworks. Something else to mention, Grants Pass also has a live music scene, whereas Roseburg, there might be a few venues that offers local bands, but Grants Pass is going to be a little bit bigger. Both towns offer like free music in the park events, and these are great community events that go on throughout all summer long. So overall entertainment, Grants Pass is going to edge out Roseburg a little bit, but Grants Pass is going to be more adventure seeking, whereas Roseburg is going to be a more community feel. As far as dining and shopping goes, there's a lot of locally owned restaurants here in Roseburg, and then a lot of locally owned shops in the downtown area. And then we also have your big box stores as well. But if you want anything special, a lot of times you're going to have to go to Grants Pass or Medford. There is a lot of times where I have to go to Grants Pass for specialty items. But as far as restaurants go, there are a select few here in Roseburg, and they're great options. And if you want any advice on any restaurants or shopping here in Roseburg, leave me a comment down below. I'm happy to get back to you on those. And then as far as Grants Pass goes, you're going to have all different locally owned restaurants and more franchised options. As far as restaurants and shopping goes, there's a lot more availability. You're just going to have a lot more options in general. So as far as that goes, Grants Pass is going to be a much bigger contender on dining and shopping. All right, why choose Grants Pass? Well, you're going to have a much bigger option when it comes to retail shops, dining, outdoor activity for more of the thrill seeker type. If you like whitewater rafting or kayaking, the Rogue River is going to be for you. So Grants Pass is going to be the better option. You're going to have better healthcare options in Grants Pass. If you are coming up from California, you're just going to be that much closer to get to friends and family if you still have friends and family in California. A lot of people that are moving to Roseburg, they've got more friends and family up north in Portland and Eugene area, but want to live in a smaller community. If you're not quite sure if you want to live in a smaller community or not, Grants Pass might be for you because it's going to be a larger town compared to Roseburg where your neighbor's going to know you. Something good to know is Roseburg is going to be a little bit more closer knit than Grants Pass. That being said, why did I choose to move to Roseburg? Well, I moved to Roseburg for a career. I was in the casino industry, so there was a casino just south in the county. So that's why I just chose to move here. I've moved out of the casino industry now and have been selling real estate full time now for years. So why do I stay around? I love the quiet small town feel, and I don't mind when I need to go to other towns for specialty events. So I really love living in Roseburg. I ride motorcycles, so there is a lot of motorcycle riding around here, the Umpqua National Forest, hiking, and the waterfalls up on the North Umpqua Trail. I absolutely love living here. So if you guys got any questions or if I missed anything, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Also, if you are thinking about moving to Southern Oregon, I have a relocation guide that could come in handy for you. That link is going to be in the description below. And with that, don't forget to hit that subscribe and also check out these other videos about living in Roseburg. And with that, you guys have a great day.